Hello, everyone. How do you deal with a bear? If someone asked you that question, would you be able to answer it? Well, today we are going to show you some facts and differences between black bears and brown bears and what you should do if one of these animals approaches you. So stay tuned, but before we go any further, here is a fun fact for you. Did you know that there are around 300,000 brown bears living in the world today? This species of bear can be found all over parts of North America, Europe, and Asia. They are one of the largest land predators and they feed on almost everything. Brown bears can eat berries, fish, large mammals, insects, birds, and even human food. Fun fact over, now let's get into the differences between black bears and brown bears. Although both bears belong to the same family, Ursidae, they are not closely related. In fact, they are only related by a common ancestor from about 6 million years ago. The two species diverged around 5 million years ago and evolved separately. Black bears are much smaller than brown bears and they are also stockier. This means that their bodies are shorter but wider. Brown bears are extremely strong and they can weigh up to 800 kilograms, whereas black bears only reach around 270 kilograms. The average weight of a black bear is closer to 140 kilograms. Black bears are also shorter than brown bears, usually standing at around 1.5 meters tall on their hind legs, whereas brown bears can be 2.4 meters tall. Brown bears also have a distinctive shoulder hump. This is caused by the large muscles which allow them to walk on their toes. This is very handy when climbing trees. And brown bears are good tree climbers, especially considering their size. The fur color of these animals can be misleading. There are brown bears with lighter fur and black bears with darker fur. Even though these bears are different sizes, they both have 40 teeth and each of them can live up to 25 years old in the wild. These animals are mostly active during the night, although sometimes you can spot them during the day, too. Both species of bears are excellent swimmers and they will often swim long distances in search of food. Brown bears live in many places, including forests, grasslands, and swamps. They need a lot of space and you can find them in areas as far away as Alaska and northern India. Black bears tend to live in forested mountainous regions and they prefer areas close to water sources. Although brown bears can be found in many places, it has been suggested that they may be losing habitat due to human development. However, black bears seem to adapt better to living alongside humans. Some people say that they benefit from human activity because they are able to find food easily near human settlements. Both species of bears have been hunted by humans for many years. This has made them quite shy and they try to avoid humans whenever possible. However, it isn't always easy to avoid us. So what should you do if you meet a brown bear or a black bear in the wild? Well, firstly, if you see a brown bear approaching you, you should try to remain calm. Running away is most likely not an option because they can run up to 56 kilometers per hour. If the bear keeps coming towards you, then you should make yourself look big. You can do this by raising your arms or waving them slowly over your head. Try not to scream or make sudden movements. If the bear is still coming towards you, then you should lie down on the ground and protect your head and neck with your hands. You can also try to play dead. This isn't always successful, but it is worth a try. Brown bears usually don't like the taste of humans and they might leave you alone if you act like you aren't worth eating. Don't eat this one. A brown bear's sense of smell is incredible. They can smell food on you and they won't want to eat you if you smell like food. So try not to have snacks before going on hikes. It is also important to keep your bag tightly sealed so the bear doesn't get attracted to the smell of your food. Never approach a brown bear or try to feed it. This is one of the best ways to ensure that you don't get attacked. Bears are powerful animals and they can kill you even if they don't want to eat you. They may charge you if they feel threatened or scared. If the bear does charge you, you should run away immediately. Try to climb a tree. Remember, bears aren't great climbers. Or jump into a lake or river. Most bears don't like the water that much. Now we'll tell you what to do if a black bear comes up to you. Black bears are less aggressive than brown bears, but they can still be dangerous, so remember to always be cautious. If a black bear approaches you, then the first thing you should do is stop what you are doing. Don't run away. This could trigger the bear's chase instinct. Black bears are fast, just like brown bears, so running away probably wouldn't help you. Instead, stand still and try to look bigger. Raise your arms slowly over your head and try not to make any sudden movements. This is the same advice that we gave you for dealing with brown bears. If the bear is still coming towards you, then you should lie down on the ground and protect your head and neck with your hands. Just like with a brown bear, you can try to play dead. Make sure that you roll over onto your stomach and keep your head protected. If the bear continues to attack you, then fight back. Aim for the bear's face and try to hit it as hard as you can. Make sure that you keep your distance. Don't let the bear get too close to you. If it gets too close, then it might be able to knock you out with its paws. Black bears can be just as powerful as brown bears, even though they are smaller. Some people say that it is better to travel with a group of people if you go hiking. Bears are less likely to approach a group of people because they are less predictable. Bears prefer to hunt alone. If a bear does attack you whilst you are traveling with other people, then make sure that you don't all run away together. One person should distract the bear whilst the others run away. If the bear chases someone, then that person should keep running until the bear gives up. As we mentioned earlier, brown bears and black bears are not closely related. In fact, they are more like distant cousins. However, there is another type of bear that is more closely related to the black bear. This is the American black bear, Ursus americanus. Even though they are more closely related, black bears and American black bears still look different. American black bears are taller and have straighter facial profiles. However, this isn't a definite way to tell them apart because there are some black bears with straighter faces and brown bears with humped shoulders. American black bears live in North America and they are normally found at higher elevations than black bears. This helps to keep them away from brown bears, but sometimes they do overlap. When American black bears do overlap with brown bears, they are usually killed off by the larger animal. Even though black bears are smaller and weaker than brown bears, they are still very powerful and you shouldn't approach them. Sometimes people are surprised when a black bear kills its prey. This is because they seem so small compared to their prey. However, black bears are stronger than they look. Their bite force is around 180 psi. This is a lot weaker than the bite force of a brown bear. The bite force of a brown bear is around 700 psi. That's why it is a good idea to be cautious around these animals. Bears are wild animals and they can be unpredictable. We hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something new. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Leave a comment below and tell us which bear you think is more scary. If you have enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe to never miss out on more knowledge and facts about our planet. Thanks for watching.